Hello everyone, welcome to the first episode of the Journeyman series on Football Manager 2020 here with Andy Day FM. Now you're probably wondering, one, why the camera isn't on. There's a valid reason for that, because I can't get the damn thing to work. And secondly, why, if we are showing a Journeyman series video on Football Manager 2020, why are we not on the game itself? Well, when I did a Journeyman series with Football Manager 2019, we just sort of jumped in. We selected a group of random countries and we just sort of took off from there. I thought, how can I make this a little bit better? Well, I found this lovely little gadget on a wonderful website, which I cannot remember. And basically what it does, it allows you to create what you can probably call a Wheel of Fortune, or in this case, a Wheel of European countries. So, what I've done, I've added a couple of new countries onto the game through the use of Steam, and they are Andorra, Gibraltar, and where are they? I've lost them. Nope, there they are, San Marino. So I've added those in. So thank you to the couple of people who have actually uploaded these save files onto the database. I did try and find a couple of other countries, Luxembourg, Liechtenstein as well, but I don't think they've been created as of yet. But the other European countries that are on the game at the minute on Football Manager 2020 itself, they're on here. So I didn't really want to go full world, otherwise it would just take far too damn long. Now thinking on that, 37 countries is still quite a lot of countries to work with. So what I'm going to do, I've come up with a nice little number of 15 countries. Now what we're going to do, we are going to hit this lovely little button here, and it's going to spin the wheel around until it comes to a complete standstill. Then we're going to see which country are going to be entered into this year's Journeyman series. I'm hoping it will be a longer series than what it was last year. So, without further ado, let's hit the spin it button. Who's going to come out first? Will it be England? Will it be Holland? Will it be Greece? Will it be Gibraltar? Let's find out. Here we go. Number 1. First country out is going to be Spain. Alright, Spain. Teams from La Liga. Oh, I should probably say as well, in regards to the Journeyman series as well, from my profile, I will be starting with, pretty much no qualifications and no experience. I will have to build my way up. So, Spain, number 1. Number 2. Who is it going to be? It's going to be Germany. 2 massive nations there. Spain and Germany. Germany, welcome to the Journeyman series. Let's get rid of you. Make sure I hit the eliminate button as well so we don't pull out the same country again. Number 3, who's it going to be? Number 3 is going to be the Czech Republic. Alright. Some good teams to work with in the Czech Republic. Czech Republic. I can't say that name. Alright, the Czechs. Welcome to the Journeyman series. Number 4. Let's hit the spin it button and find out who we get. Number 4 is going to be another big country, do you reckon? Israel. Alright. Few decent teams to work with in the Israeli League. I can't even tell you what the plural for that is. Number 4, Israel. Let's find out who number 5 is going to be. Who's it going to be? England still haven't come out yet. Could be England. We've just gone past England. It's going to be Switzerland. Alright. Switzerland at number 5. Get rid of you. Welcome Switzerland to the Journeyman series. Still got a few more to go yet. Still got some very big nations in there as well, and some smaller ones as well. Is it going to be? Oh, England! You knew it was going to happen. You knew it. England always have to be in some form, in some form of Journeyman series, really. They could not be, really, could they? I bet Wales will be kicking themselves. But then again, there's still a few more to go. Let's find out who we get next. We've already got 6. We've got Spain, Germany, Czech Republic, Israel, Switzerland, and England. Who is number 7 going to be? Let's find out. Is it going to be someone big, someone small? It could be. It's one of the small ones. It's Andorra. Always wanted to work with somebody in Andorra, or coach somebody in Andorra, should I say. Not too bad. Alright, we have it's your perspective really, but we've got our first small country. Smaller known country for football, should we say. Number 8. Who's it going to be? Just gone past Wales again, Slovakia or Serbia. I thought it was going to land on San Marino then. But Serbia it is. Welcome to the Journeyman series, Serbia. Be fun to work with you guys. Get rid of you. We've got a few more to go. Still got 7, I think. We've got 7 countries to choose from. This makes it number 9. It's Denmark. Some fun teams to work with in Denmark. Copenhagen's probably one of the more known teams in the country. It'd be fun to get to work with those guys one day. Alright. We are in to double figures on this one now. Number 10. Who's it going to be? Is it going to be someone big, someone small? It's going to be... Oh, San Marino. No, it's going to be Russia. Russia. Alright. Here we go then. We will blitz through these next 5. Number 11 is going to be... Who's it going to be? Who's it going to land on? Wales, Ukraine, Turkey, no. Alright. Turkey it is then. Be fun to work with some of those teams as well, purely because I can't pronounce any of the smaller teams, should we say. I'll get rid of you, Turkey. Welcome to the Journeyman series, Turkey. We've got only a couple more teams now. We've still got some of the big boys, some of the big countries. Portugal, Holland, Italy, France. We've also got 2 of the smaller countries as well, with San Marino and Gibraltar. Let's find out who we get. Who is it going to be? Who's it going to be? Republic of Ireland, Northern Ireland. It's going to be Northern Ireland. Alright. Okie dokie then. So we've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 countries so far. We've got 3 more remaining. You never know. Scotland and Wales could still be in there. You never know. Let's find out. Number 13 is going to be Hungary. Alright, not a problem. Hungary, welcome to the Journeyman series. Be very interesting to work with some of the teams in that country as well. 2 more to go. Who is it going to be? Let's slow it down very quickly then. Croatia, no. Bulgaria. Oh, alright. We've got 1 more to go. We've already got Spain, Germany, Czech Republic, Israel, Switzerland, England, Andorra, Serbia, Denmark, Russia, Turkey, Northern Ireland, Hungary, Bulgaria. Welcome to the Journeyman series, Bulgaria. We've got 1 more to go. Who's it going to be? The last one is going to be Ukraine. Right. So now there we go. We have our 15 countries who we're going to be working with. We'll go through them one last time for those who have forgotten. It's a good thing I've wrote them all down as well. We have got Spain, Germany, Czech Republic, Israel, Switzerland, England, Andorra, Serbia, Denmark, Russia, Turkey, Northern Ireland, Hungary, Bulgaria, and Ukraine. Alright then. So, what's going to happen now? We're going to open up Football Manager and we are going to start the game with those 15 countries. Some of the countries I know have only got 2 leagues in them, some will have 3, but we're going to have a bash with it anyway. Right then, so I've just put those 15 countries up onto this database. 3 stars. It's gonna take some time. So with the player count as well, of just over 46,000, it's going to take a considerable amount of time. I did also have the Vanarama National League North and South, but I'm gonna stick with League 2 and above. So Andorra, Bulgaria, Czech Republic, Denmark, Germany, Hungary, that's the one. Israeli, that's the one. Northern Ireland, Russia, Serbia, my head, Spain, Switzerland, Turkey, and Ukraine. Let's get this party started. So, I'll run through the game as best as I can, but I'm not going to go through every single interview that I've got. So when the game does start, it will be sort of stop, start until something interesting happens. But we'll see what's going to happen. You'll see me in a minute as well. I will be adapting my qualifications as well in the game, so I won't have any sort of experience whatsoever. So it just makes it more fun, really, to try and obtain some coaching badges from any sort of respective club that takes me on, really. It's going to be interesting as well because I'm not going to be able to pretty much jump into some massive team. For anybody who hasn't watched the Journeyman series before, with the lack of qualifications that we're going to be starting with, it's going to take some time to build up, so it won't be sort of one team at the start of this season and will change at the end of the season to somebody bigger. It entirely depends on what happens, but it's going to be fun, especially with the possibility of working in sort of Andorra, some smaller country, so to speak. But even Spain, a small team in Spain, it'll be quite interesting to say the least. Right, we will come back when this has started, because it's going to take some time setting up all the leagues and the cup competitions as well. So we'll be back in a second. So we're going to be using this profile. So I've already created myself in the typical black and yellow fashion. If you don't already know, there's a bit of a hint behind me. It's the who I support. I've already mentioned it before. We're going to use this profile as mentioned. We're going to start off as unemployed. And this is where the fun begins. So, always had it as a Continental Pro license, just purely for the sake of it. And past experiences, Sunday League football. I'm not even there. So, let's rock and roll. I really cannot begin to anticipate just how long this is actually going to take just to actually get started. And here we are then, Journeyman. We're underway to an extent. The Journeyman series. Yes, I already had one with me before. I'm going to save that to the cloud as well. Oh, part of me is, I'm looking forward to it. Who doesn't like a Journeyman series? But this is going to take some time. I mean, it's no experience whatsoever playing or managing. Who's going to take on a random, in terms of this game, a random Englishman? Yeah. No one's ever heard of him before. Who's going to take him? I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to move me down there, or move the camera down there. But let's get started. So, first things first, get rid of all the jobs. Manager, yeah. Who? So this has been bugging me, right? Now, it's a football manager game. I've always been meaning to ask this question, but who would actually buy Football Manager 2020 and want to get a job as a data analyst? I really don't know. So, we'll get started. I mean, look at all of these. I promise you I'll be butchering names. Some of these teams I recognise already. Some of them I really don't know. Well, there's a few of them down here which we can't. Who is it? So Barnsley, Latin Orient, Grimsby, Carlisle, and then we've got some Andorran teams. Andorran teams, Bulgaria, Danish, Germany. We are some big teams there. Some big teams. Yeah, I'm not. Wouldn't that be interesting as the first one? Or maybe if I was a bit more well known. So, I think that's probably the only best thing to do is probably just to apply for them all and then watch the interviews roll in. It really ain't going to work that well, is it? Okay, so yeah, all received. They're all being received. I really probably should have counted as to how many there actually are. I'm not going to hang around and wait until the first one comes up because I reckon it probably will take some time. Who knows? It's fantasy. We could get a job just like that. We really don't know, but the fact that we've picked up 15 random countries, I don't think. Oh wait, no, here come the unsuccessful offers. So let's have a look. Who's actually shot me down? Let's have a look. So they've shot me down. Pirin Blagievgrad. Them. Midland, I think that's how you pronounce it. Barnsley, Carlisle. Carlisle. Come on, Carlisle. Grimsby, Latin Orient, FC Nuremberg. I was really hoping for that one. Bayern Munich. Let's get it all the way up. Bayern Munich, Mainz. Holiday. Samsun Spor from Turkey, FC Santa Columna. I believe they're from Romania. Might be wrong. Not too entirely sure. Correct. Actually, no. I didn't even realise. I thought they shot me down. I wasn't expecting that. 2 interviews. 2. Oh, I was hoping for that team there. Nai Regi Haza Spartacus Football Club. That team. The trial. We'll come back to the 2 interviews in a second, so don't worry about that. Faith. Oh, what a name! Oh, I thought it says Faith. Fatty. Yeah, that sums me up. Perfect team. Fatty Karagumruk from Turkey, I'm presuming. Pax. It's a good name. Tisaki. Them. They turned me down. Hapoel Nof Hagaril. I'm presuming are from Israel. They've actually offered us an interview. And so have Ordino. So, are you all concerned at being a little rusty when you do land a job? No? Something new. I know I know there's always work to do, but I'm looking forward to getting stuck in when the time comes. Yeah. I'm going to be playing catch up for a while. Nope. I don't think it's appropriate to discuss that. Yeah, it's a naughty question. I think having some time away from the game to collect my thoughts will help me hit the ground running in a new. Did they not see my CV from the last Journeyman series? I took Chorley all the way up to League Two. They should have a look at my old CV. I may not be employed, but my time has not been wasted. I've studied a number of teams and I have a ton of ideas. You know what? I know there's always work to do. I'm going to be straightforward and honest. Right, so we said there's 4 interviews. FC Santa Columna from Andorra. It's a league that I've never actually managed in. Premier Division, founded 1986, a semi-professional team in the UEFA Champions League. Secure finances, I like that. We have to start somewhere. It's a good badge as well. I like that badge. It's a nice badge. It has the Andorran flag in it as well. I'm always partial to a nice flag. Anybody who knows me will tell you I'm very partial to a nice flag. Let's have a look. Turkey? You fancy Turkey? I'll tell you what, we'll go through the interview first with. I've just done that, haven't I? We'll go through the interview with FC Santa Columna. We've invited you along today so we can put forward our vision for the club and allow you to suggest any alterations for us to consider should we decide to hire you in the future. Just take me now. I'm glad you've given me the chance. Well, yeah, obviously. How would you overcome the relatively big obstacle of not speaking the language? English is a well-known language. Everybody can pick up English. It's a relatively easy language to learn. I've never tried to speak Andorran, if I'm honest with you. Should be able to pick it up. I'm fairly adaptable to learning new languages. This would simply be another string to my bow. If you've ever seen me fire an arrow through a bow before, it's not good. Football is something of a universal language, isn't it? Well, obviously, yeah. I can get my message across. Don't worry about that. Yeah, why not? It's a universal language. Everybody knows football. It's just hand signals and use of screaming. I don't have to understand the language to scream. I do that anyway. Can you explain why you appear to be in the run for a few jobs right now? Because I'm jobless. I don't like the job centre. I'm just trying to forge ahead from with my career by any means necessary. Yeah, I'm merely considering my options. I don't think it's an unreal number of clubs to be talking about. I admit that it doesn't look good if you want me to withdraw from. I'm not going to withdraw. Right now, there's nobody else. There's nobody. That's not. I don't really want to start an argument with the chairman with my first interview. So I'll try and forge ahead my career. Ooh. All right. I want to see all of this. Really, hold on a minute. So here is the club's current vision of the future, which you would be expected to work towards if successful in the interview. We would be keen to hear your thoughts. Sign players under the age of 21 for the first team. I can do that. Work within the wage budget. Win the, in other words, the top division. Win the Premier Divisio. Copa can that cup, win that cup. UEFA Champions League reach first qualifying round minimum. I'm sure we already start in the UEFA Champions League qualifying rounds. Seasons to continue. Win the league. Kind of straightforward. The writing's there, isn't it? We'll pop you back down there. If hired, we would expect you to guide the team to the league title. I look forward to the challenge. Well, obviously, yeah. I like a challenge. Who doesn't? If hired, we're willing to provide you with a transfer budget of 38.75 thousand. What do you think of that proposed figure? If given the job, the Andorran League isn't really that big, to be quite honest with you. So, why not? I think If given the job, I would need a much bigger transfer budget than proposed to sign quality players required. I haven't really heard of a quality Andorran footballer before, but I may be wrong. I don't actually watch Andorra that much. I feel a slightly larger transfer budget we needed. No, I think the proposed transfer budget is realistic. Yeah, we'll go with that. Would a proposed wage budget of £1,106 per week be suitable should you get the job? Yeah, really. The top two are fairly similar to the transfer budget, so I'm happy with that. If I'm happy, they're happy. I have no requests. Alright then. That's one down, three to go. Now what I'll do, I won't go through the interviews. Well, I will go through the interviews. It'll take a little bit of time to do. So I'll come back as soon as all these 4 interviews are done, and then we'll crack on. Have our first team who have actually approached us, and I'm surprised it actually took us probably a lot sooner than what I actually thought. We went through the other 3 interviews and fairly similar questions. What I didn't actually know was this lovely Turkish team over here, San Lufaspor. That's what I call them, San Lufaspor. Sounds more German than Turkish. No transfer budget, £500 a week. They're actually in the 2nd division in Turkey. Let's have a little look at them. There's no harm in looking. So yeah, the 2nd division in Turkey. 1989 professional status. It's a national reputation as well, but the finances are insecure, so we would already be fighting a losing battle with that. It's a decent sized stadium actually as well. 28,695. Let's have a look at the rest of the league as well. So reckon I know why they want somebody so quick. Because they're on minus 15 points. I think that's going to have to be a no-no. As much as I love a challenge, we're already fighting against relegation. To fight bravely, against relegation and work within the wage budget. You know what? I'll do the respectful thing and I'll delay them. I'll delay it just to actually see if anything else comes up, because as much as I love a challenge, the Turkish leagues are very, very unpredictable. The wages as well, and there's no transfer budget. It's going to be, well, as it says, it's going to be challenging. But we'll have to wait and see to see what else comes up. I know there was a lot of rejections or unsuccessful offers for an interview, but I'm still waiting on 3 interviews to actually come back with their answer. So I'm partial to FC Santa Colonna, that team. What I didn't know as well, I think Ordino, the 4th team to offer us an interview, I believe they're in the same division. I may be wrong. I'm not too entirely sure. But we'll wait and see. This is taking some damn time. Duisburg. I know that team. Right, so that Turkish team have agreed to wait for the delay. Midland, they've already got somebody. So Pax, Harley, Messerberg, Mateo at Barnes, Sherwood at Carlisle, Michael Laudrup at Mainz. Yeah. So there's a lot. Ooh. Uh, Massimiliano Allegri has gone to Bayern Munich. Oh, wait. Ordino. Oh, let's have a look at these. So, Ordino, the second. Yeah, I thought they were. The second team to offer me a position. Primera Divisio. So, yeah, they're in Andorra as well. I only founded 9 years ago. I had to think about my maths then. Semi-professional status, national reputation with a half star. It's a local star. Let's have a look at them actually, because I like the badge. The badge is nice. It's not a bad badge. Competitions. So well, they're in the league and the cup as well. Well, obviously the cup hasn't started yet, has it? So let's have a look at the players. So general information. So it's not a bad team. There's a few makeshift players who have actually just came in off who have been made up. But the highest value player is Mikel Torres, who's a striker. He's valued at £400, is on £15 a week with no attributes whatsoever. Make that what you will. Maybe Eric Caddy. Nope, nothing. I'm only going to presume that it's going to be like that for the rest of the team as well. So, yeah. Well, I'll tell you what. We'll give them the benefit of that they've actually offered us a position. So work within wage budget. So fight bravely against relegation as well. Again, I like a challenge. Let's see if they actually accept it. That you can probably sense who I'm sort of looking towards now. To be fair with you, now Andorra's not actually a bad league to start off with. It's somewhere small. You can build your way up with a good reputation. FC Santa Colomna are actually who I'm looking for, but if they don't come up, then we've got our Israeli team as well, so we'll have a look at those as well. I need to get that changed as well. The saving game, I can change that, but I'm going to remain optimistic. Throughout this first season, I'm going to have to start somewhere small. Just get my reputation up, and I think the first thing I'm probably going to do is, I think naturally as a manager, is actually try and get some sort of qualification. The other thing with that is as well, if you get sacked from the team you're coaching with, you're already going through your coaching qualification. You don't lose the qualification, so they pay for it. The club pays for it. But yeah, let's have a look. Come on, knock. Oh, there we go. Right. If there's as well anything as well that you guys want to see, any other teams that we've actually got on this database at the minute, on this save file, if you want to have a look at them, just let me know in the comments section as well. If any of you who are watching this video are actually from any of these, despite England, shall I say, these 14 respective countries who are outside of England, you want to see how you're getting on, by all means let me know. Trying to get a job in Andorra. If you are in Andorran, let me know. Not breeder. Sounds Irish. It is Irish. I was right. 7th in the championship. I like the away kit. It's a good. Anybody knows I'm a Villa fan. Claret and blue. Partial to a claret and blue kit. They are in the 2nd division. No, right. Yeah, they're in 2nd division in Northern Ireland. All right. Let's see where they may turn up. Where they're predicted. Right. They are 2nd to bottom. Okay. Interesting. So let's go back. So they are a semi-professional team, a regional reputation with local. Finances are okay. I'm hoping I've actually got some really good players. Their star player, David Fearon, is on loan. He's valued at 9. Well, there's no point in looking at him. He's on loan. There's going to be no attributes whatsoever. We'll go for an interview. Why not? I'm very partial to an interview. We know the basic questions now. Can you explain why you're in the running for a few jobs? Forge ahead my career. I wouldn't mind working in Northern Ireland. I haven't worked in Northern Ireland before. Might be a good place to start. Clubs looking to hire a manager comfortable with limited resources. I'm a limited resources sort of character. Why not? We'll do that again. There we are. So, consider one more question. This is our long-term vision, a blueprint we would expect you to implement should you get the job. So, work within the wage budget, finish in the relegation playoffs. Okay. Tennent's Irish Cup reach 5th rounds. The Charity Shield be competitive. Steel and Sons Cup. Okay. Not important. Intermediate Cup. Not important. Work towards recording a Bluefin Sport Championship top half finish. And it's like that for the next 3 years. Okay, why not? Yeah. Okay. If given if hired, we would expect to avoid automatic relegation. That's usually the main idea. To actually not get relegated. Should you get the job, we're willing to provide you with a wage budget of £1,145 per week. For that standard of football, that's not too bad. I haven't got anything else to propose. It's also of experience within an interview. So, why not? Why not? I've got nothing else to lose except to not be successful. We are waiting on two teams to get back to us. See, the interviews are coming in thick and fast now. They really are. They just take the time to actually consider my application. Right. I wasn't exactly expecting 60 minutes to give me an interview, to be honest with you. Lusitans from that country. Actually, Andorra. They're in the division below in Andorra. It's nice that they actually offered us. Pena in Canada. In Canada? In Canada. No, in Canada. They're Andorra as well, so they're in the second division of Andorra. It's not bad. Nice little Croatian kit there. Sorry, I shouldn't have mentioned them. And I can assume Atletico America, who are from Andorra as well, who got relegated this season. They got relegated this season. So they're in the second division as well. Also founded in 2010. We'll go through these interviews and we'll be back. Well, we didn't get the FC Santa Coloma job. They went for somebody more experienced. Why am I not surprised? But we are favourites for, I believe... I'll come back to that in a second. We are favourites for 3 separate teams. So, all of which actually I've just asked to wait for a week in the hope that the Santa Coloma job may actually come forward. But again, not Breed, I believe they are in the 3rd or 2nd division of Northern Ireland, I believe. Actually, they may be in the top. No, they're not. Maybe I'm just sort of pushing it too much, maybe. Well, then again, actually, considering that FC Santa Coloma actually shot me down and said, no, we don't want you. I may take charge of Ordino. I should consider Santa Coloma as my main rivals in the league. Although, thinking about that, there are only about 8 to 10 teams in the league, so it'll be a very, very quick season, to say the least. Right. Ordino. It's a journeyman for a reason. We've got to start somewhere. Go on then, FC Ordino. Let's have a look. So, end of current season. Fight bravely against relegation, so we're in for a challenge. I'm going to pronounce this one way or another, but Copa Constitucio. Put my teeth back in. Quarterfinals minimum. Continue remaining in the Primera Divisio. So that's all the way through. Okay. Unless... Nah. I did apply for Hanover 96, but for some reason they turned me down. I don't know why. Okay. FC Ordino, it is. Transfer budget of 12,000 and a wage budget of £2,100 per week. Sign players under the age of 23 for the first team. You got yourself a deal. Alright. So, manager, let's have a look. Job, yeah, manager, immediate, yeah. So, 12-month contract on 400. Let's round it up, shall we? Let's try and round it up. Let's try and round it up to a nice figure of £500. Not like a round figure. Percentage, bonuses and clauses. Percentage of club compensation required for managerial role. What do you reckon? What do you say, Ordino? What do you say? Yeah, I figured. View offered. I can't get my words out. I'm pleased that everything was sorted out so quickly. We'll complete the paperwork to finalise the deal in the near future. Alright. FC Ordino. It is. Oh, I could have got out of Cliftonville. Cliftonville in the Danks Premier League. So there it is. We are officially a manager of FC Ordino in the Andorran Primera Divisio. Ordino have today confirmed the appointment of Andy Day as the club's new manager. That's not very nice. Eyebrows have been raised in the world. In the world? Really? Eyebrows have been raised in the world of football at the appointment of the 29... Oh, thank you, I'm 30 now, actually. 29-year-old who has recently spent time away from club football and is sure to face plenty of questions when he faces the media for the first time at the centre... At Centre de Entrenamiento de la FAF1. They rejected the offer from Peng. I did. They rejected offers from Pena in Canada. It sounded just too much like Canada. The Andorra Football Club, Lusitans, and Knockbreda FC. I did indeed. Okay. Right then. We will leave it there for today because we now have a club to manage in Andorra, the top division in Andorra, the Primera Divisio in the top division of Andorra. I'm slightly nervous. What we'll do, we'll end the episode there today. It's a quick preview, actually. It's just like, in episode 2, we're going to have a bigger look into FC Ordino, sorry. That's not a good way to start your new job pronouncing the name wrong. FC Ordino. And we're going to use Google Maps and we're going to have a look at FC Ordino. And we're going to see what their ground is really like. The Centre de Entrenamiento de la FAF1. It's actually the stadium. 236 capacity. They haven't got any club history, but we're going to change that. Alright then, if you have enjoyed the video today, hit that like button as well. I know it's been a long video, but it always is on the first episode of a brand new Journeyman series. Here we are. We are about to start off our new career in the Journeyman series. Hit that subscribe button, hit the like button as well. Leave me a comment as well as to how you think we're going to do this season in the top division of Andorra. As well, if you do like the video that much and you think somebody else might, share the video. Hit that share button. Get the word out about Andy Day FM and the new Journeyman series in Andorra. I will speak to you very, very soon, guys. Thanks very much for watching. I'll speak to you very, very soon. Bye-bye for now.